Today, you will improve your English by listening to a simple and interesting story called My First Day at Work. This story is written for English learners. Listen carefully to the pronunciation, learn new vocabulary in context, and enjoy the story. If you don't understand every word, don't worry. Just relax and keep listening. Your listening skills will improve with practice. Now, let's begin. Today is a very special day for me. It is my first day at a new job. I have been waiting for this day for many weeks. Last night, I felt excited, but I also felt nervous. I wanted everything to go well. I hoped I would make a good first impression. Before I went to bed, I checked my clothes, packed my bag, and set my alarm. Even though I was prepared, I still had many thoughts in my mind. When my alarm rings at 6 o'clock in the morning, I wake up immediately. I do not press the snooze button because I do not want to be late. For a few seconds, I lie quietly in bed and look at the ceiling. Then I smile. Today is the beginning of a new chapter in my life. I stretch my arms and take a deep breath. The morning air feels fresh. I open the curtains and look outside the window. The sky is light blue, and the sun is slowly rising. Birds are singing in the trees. Everything feels calm and peaceful. I tell myself, today is going to be a good day. I walk to the bathroom and wash my face with cool water. The water helps me wake up completely. Then I brush my teeth and take a warm shower. While I'm getting ready, I think about my new office. I wonder what my co-workers will be like. Will they be friendly? Will my manager be kind? Will I remember everything I learned today? These questions make me a little nervous, but they also make me excited. After my shower, I stand in front of my wardrobe. I have already chosen my clothes, but I still look at them carefully. I decide to wear a clean light blue shirt, dark trousers, and polished black shoes. I want to look neat and professional. I iron my shirt one more time because I notice a few small wrinkles. Looking tidy gives me more confidence. Next, I comb my hair and look in the mirror. I smile at myself. My smile looks a little nervous, but it is real. I quietly say, "You can do this." These simple words make me feel stronger. Soon I walk into the kitchen. My family is already awake. The smell of fresh breakfast fills the room. My mother smiles and says, "Good morning. Today is your big day." "Good morning," I reply with a smile. She prepares toast, eggs, and a cup of hot tea. I usually eat slowly, but today I feel too excited. My father notices this and laughs gently. "There is no need to worry," he says. "Everyone has a first day. Just be yourself." "I'll try," I answer. "You will do well," my mother says kindly. "Be polite, listen carefully, and don't be afraid to ask questions." I nod. Their words make me feel calm. I enjoy my breakfast while we talk for a few more minutes. Their encouragement gives me confidence before I leave the house. After breakfast, I check my bag carefully. I make sure I have my wallet, phone, office documents, notebook, pens, water bottle, and lunchbox. I also carry a small umbrella because the weather forecast says it might rain later in the afternoon. I check everything twice. I do not want to forget anything important on my first day. Before leaving, I put on my watch and take one last look around my room. It feels different today. Yesterday, I was preparing for my new job. Today, I'm actually starting it. I say goodbye to my parents. Have a wonderful day, my mother says. Good luck, my father adds with a warm smile. Thank you, I reply happily. As I step outside, the cool morning breeze touches my face. The streets are becoming busy. Some people are walking to work. Others are waiting at bus stops or riding bicycles. The city is slowly waking up. I begin walking toward the bus stop. Along the way, I pass a small bakery. The smell of fresh bread fills the air. Several people are standing in line to buy breakfast. Across the street, a flower shop has just opened. Colorful flowers are displayed outside the entrance. Everything around me feels bright and full of energy. When I reach the bus stop, a few people are already waiting. Some are reading their phones. Others are drinking coffee. Everyone seems busy, but the atmosphere is quiet. A few minutes later, the bus arrives. I get on, greet the driver politely, and find a seat near the window. As the bus moves through the city, I watch the buildings, parks, and busy streets pass by. The morning traffic is getting heavier, but I left home early, so I am not worried. During the journey, I think about the months before today. I remember writing my resume, preparing for interviews, and waiting for phone calls. I remember how happy I felt when I received the job offer. All those moments have led me to this morning. I quietly promise myself that I will work hard. I want to learn new skills, become more confident, and build good relationships with my coworkers. I know I will make mistakes because everyone does, but I also know that mistakes help us learn. The bus finally reaches my stop. I thank the driver and step outside. I look across the street and see a tall, modern office building with large glass windows shining in the morning sunlight. I stop for a moment and take a deep breath. This is it, I whisper to myself. I walk toward the entrance with confidence. My heart is beating a little faster, but my smile is growing wider. I know this day will bring new experiences, new friendships, and many opportunities to learn. As the automatic glass doors slowly open, I step inside, ready to begin my very first day at work. As soon as I step inside the office building, I notice how bright and modern it is. The floor is clean and shiny. Large windows let in plenty of natural light. Green plants decorate the corners of the lobby, making the space feel fresh and welcoming. People walk by with smiles on their faces. Some are talking quietly, while others are carrying laptops and cups of coffee. I pause for a moment and look around. Everything is new to me. I take another deep breath and remind myself to stay calm. In front of me is a large reception desk. A friendly receptionist looks up and smiles. "Good morning," she says. "Welcome. How can I help you?" "Good morning," I reply politely. "My name is Alex. Today is my first day at work." "Welcome, Alex," she says warmly. "We have been expecting you. Please sign your name here." She hands me a visitor register and a pen. I carefully write my name, the date, and the time of my arrival. "Thank you," she says. "Please wear this visitor badge until your employee ID card is ready." She gives me a blue badge with the company's logo. I clip it onto my shirt. Your manager will be here in a few minutes, she explains. Please have a seat in the waiting area. Thank you very much, I say. I walk to a comfortable chair near the window and sit down. From there, I can see many employees entering the office. Some greet each other with cheerful smiles. Good morning. How was your weekend? See you at the meeting. Everyone seems friendly and relaxed. Watching them helps me feel less nervous. While I wait, I notice several pictures hanging on the wall. They show the company's history, successful projects, and happy employees working together. There is also a large sign that says, "Success begins with teamwork." I read those words several times. They remind me that I will not be working alone. I will be part of a team. A few minutes later, I hear someone call my name. Alex? I stand up quickly. Yes, that's me. A man wearing a light grey suit walks toward me with a friendly smile. Good morning. I'm Mr. Johnson, your manager. Welcome to the team. He offers his hand. It's nice to meet you, sir, I say as we shake hands. It's nice to meet you too, he replies. I hope you're excited about your first day. Yes, I answer honestly. I'm excited, but I'm also a little nervous. He smiles kindly. That's completely normal. Everyone feels that way on their first day. Don't worry, we'll help you settle in. His words immediately make me feel more comfortable. Come with me, he says. I'll show you around the office. We walk through a long hallway with glass walls on both sides. I can see different departments where people are busy working. Some are discussing projects, while others are typing on their computers or talking with customers. This is the marketing department, Mr. Johnson explains. A few steps later, he points to another office. That's our finance team. We continue walking. Over there is the customer support department. They help customers from all over the world. I listen carefully because I want to remember everything. As we continue the tour, Mr. Johnson shows me the meeting rooms, the training room, the printing area, and the break room where employees can relax during coffee breaks. This is our kitchen, he says. Inside, I see a coffee machine, a refrigerator, a microwave, and several tables. Everyone is welcome to use this area, he explains. It's a good place to relax and get to know your co-workers. The office feels warm and welcoming. It doesn't feel as frightening as I imagined. Soon we arrive at my department. This is where you'll be working. Several people look up from their desks. I'd like everyone to meet our newest team member, Mr. Johnson says. One by one, my new co-workers stand up and introduce themselves. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm Daniel. My name is Emma. I'm Michael. Nice to meet you. It's great to have you here, another co-worker says with a smile. I smile back. It's nice to meet all of you. I'm happy to be here. Everyone seems kind and welcoming. My nervousness slowly begins to disappear. Mr. Johnson points toward an empty desk near the window. This is your workspace. I walk over and look around. The desk is neat and organized. There is a computer, a keyboard, a mouse, a notebook, several pens, and a small welcome card. I pick up the card. It says, "Welcome to the team. We wish you success and happiness in your new journey." Reading those words makes me smile. I wasn't expecting this, I say. We always welcome new employees. Sarah replies. We remember our own first day, so we want new people to feel comfortable. Thank you, I say sincerely. That means a lot. Mr. Johnson sits beside me. Let's begin by setting up your computer. He shows me how to log in, create a secure password, and access the company's email and work system. I follow each step carefully and write important information in my notebook. Taking notes is a good habit, he says. I don't want to forget anything, I reply. He smiles. That's exactly the right attitude. After everything is set up, he gives me a folder. Inside this folder, you'll find your training schedule, company handbook, office map, and today's plan. I open it slowly and look through each page. Everything is clearly organized. We don't expect you to remember everything today, Mr. Johnson says. Today is mainly about learning, observing, and asking questions. His words take away much of my anxiety. I realize that nobody expects me to be perfect on my first day. They simply expect me to learn, stay curious, and do my best. At that moment, I stop worrying about making mistakes. Instead, I begin feeling excited about everything I'm about to learn. After a short break, Mr. Johnson stands beside my desk again. Are you ready for your first training session? He asks with a smile. Yes, I reply. I'm ready. Great. Follow me. We walk into a bright training room with a large screen on the wall. Several other new employees are already sitting at their desks. They smile as I enter, and I smile back. Good morning, everyone, the trainer says. Welcome to the company. Today, we will learn about our workplace, our values, and the tools we use every day. The training begins with a short presentation about the company's history. I learn how the company started many years ago with a small team and how it has grown into a successful business. The trainer also explains the company's mission. Our goal is to help our customers with honesty, quality, and excellent service, she says. I write those words in my notebook because I think they are important. Next, we learn about office rules and safety procedures. The trainer explains where the emergency exits are and what to do in case of a fire alarm. She also reminds us to protect customer information and use strong passwords. Everything is explained clearly, so it is easy to understand. After the presentation, we practice using the company's computer system. The trainer shows us how to open files, send messages, and organize our daily tasks. I follow each step carefully. At first, everything goes well. Then I accidentally click the wrong button, and the screen changes. Oh no, I whisper. For a moment I feel embarrassed. Before I can worry too much, Sarah walks over to me. Don't worry, she says kindly. That happens to everyone. She shows me how to return to the correct page. There you go, she says. Thank you, I reply with relief. You're welcome. Never be afraid to ask questions. Her friendly attitude makes me feel much better. Soon, the training session ends, and we return to our desks. Mr. Johnson gives me my first assignment. It's a simple task, he explains. Please organize these customer records and enter the information into the computer. I'll do my best, I reply. I begin reading each document carefully. I check every name, phone number, and email address before typing the information into the system. I work slowly because I want everything to be correct. About 20 minutes later, I notice that I have entered one phone number incorrectly. Instead of feeling frustrated, I calmly correct the mistake. I remember what my manager said earlier. Today is about learning. That thought helps me stay confident. As I continue working, Sarah stops by my desk. "How's everything going?" she asks. "It's going well," I answer. "I'm learning a lot." "That's great," she says. "If you need any help, just let me know." "Thank you." A little later, Daniel joins us. "So, Alex," he says with a smile, "how does your first day feel?" "I was nervous this morning," I admit, "but everyone has been so kind that I already feel much more comfortable." "We're glad to hear that," Daniel replies. "We all remember our first day." We laugh together. Soon it is lunchtime. "Would you like to join us?" Emma asks. "I'd love to," I answer. We walk to the office kitchen together. Some people bring lunch from home, while others order food from a nearby restaurant. I open my lunchbox and sit with my new co-workers. The conversation is relaxed and friendly. "What do you enjoy doing after work?" Michael asks. "I enjoy reading books, watching movies, and going for long walks," I reply. "That's nice," Sarah says. "I love hiking on weekends." "I enjoy cooking," Emma says. Daniel smiles. "My favorite hobby is photography." For the next 30 minutes, we talk about travel, sports, music, favorite foods, and family traditions. Everyone listens respectfully while others are speaking. The friendly conversation helps me feel like I belong. When lunch is over, we return to our desks. The afternoon passes quickly. I continue organizing customer records, answering simple questions, and learning new computer shortcuts. Every hour, I become a little faster and a little more confident. Near the end of the afternoon, Mr. Johnson walks over to my desk. "Alex, how has your first day been?" "It's been wonderful," I answer honestly. "I've learned many new things, and everyone has been very helpful." "I'm happy to hear that," he says. "I've also noticed that you're careful with your work. That's an excellent habit." His words make me smile. "Thank you very much. Keep learning one step at a time," he continues. "Nobody expects perfection on the first day. We simply expect you to learn, ask questions, and keep improving." "I will," I reply. A few minutes later, I finish my final task. I organize my desk, close my computer, and write a short list of everything I learned today. Looking at the list makes me realize how much I have already learned in just one day. Soon, the office begins to grow quieter. People save their work, shut down their computers, and prepare to go home. As I pack my bag, my co-workers smile and wave. "See you tomorrow. Have a safe trip home. Enjoy your evening." "See you tomorrow," I reply with a smile. As I leave the building, the evening sky is painted with beautiful shades of orange and pink. The air feels cool and fresh. I begin walking toward the bus stop. This morning I walked into the office feeling nervous and uncertain. Now I'm walking home feeling proud, confident, and grateful. On the bus, I look out of the window and think about everything that happened today. I met kind people. I learned new skills. I completed my first assignment. I made a small mistake, but I also learned how to fix it. Most importantly, I discovered that asking questions is not a weakness. It is one of the best ways to learn. When I arrive home, my parents are waiting for me. "How was your first day?" my mother asks with a smile. "It was amazing," I reply happily. "I learned so much and everyone was very kind." My father smiles proudly. "I knew you would do well." We sit together during dinner, and I tell them about my manager, my co-workers, the training session, and my first assignment. As I share my experiences, I realize that today was more than just my first day at work. It was the beginning of a new journey. Before going to bed, I write one sentence in my notebook. Every new beginning is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become a better version of yourself. I close the notebook, turn off the light, and smile. I know tomorrow will bring new challenges, new lessons, and new opportunities. And this time, I am ready. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope you enjoyed it and learned some useful English along the way. See you in the next story.